Imagine this. You're hiking through dense forest. The air is thick with the scent of pine and earth, and the only sounds are the rustling of leaves and the occasional call of a distant bird. Each step you take is deliberate, as you navigate the uneven terrain, feeling the crunch of twigs and leaves beneath your boots. The sun is setting, casting long shadows through the trees. The golden light filters through the canopy, creating a mesmerizing dance of light and shadow on the forest floor. It's a beautiful yet eerie sight, as the forest begins to transition from day to night. Suddenly the ground gives way beneath you. One moment you're on solid ground, and the next, you're plummeting into the unknown. The sensation is disorienting, as the world spins around you and gravity takes hold. You tumble down a hidden ravine, landing hard. The impact knocks the wind out of you, and for a moment, you lie there, stunned and in pain. Your body aches from the fall and you can feel the bruises already forming. Disoriented and injured, you realize you're alone. The forest, which once felt like a peaceful sanctuary, now feels like a vast, indifferent wilderness. The realization hits you hard. You are truly on your own. Panic surges, threatening to overwhelm you. This is it. Your heart races and your mind is flooded with 1,000 thoughts. What if you can't find your way back? What if no one knows where you are? The fear is almost paralyzing. This is where your survival instincts kick in. You take a deep breath, trying to calm your racing heart. You remind yourself that panic won't help you. You need to stay focused and think clearly. The wilderness can be a beautiful and unforgiving place. It offers breathtaking views and a sense of tranquility, but it also demands respect. Nature is indifferent to your presence, and it can be as dangerous as it is beautiful. It demands respect and preparedness. The wilderness doesn't care about your plans or your schedule. It operates on its own terms, and you must be ready to adapt to its challenges. Knowing how to survive in the wild is not just about luck. It's about knowledge and skills. It's about understanding the environment and being prepared for the unexpected. Every piece of gear you carry, every skill you learn, can make a difference. It's about understanding the basic rules of survival and having the mental strength to put them into practice. Survival is as much a mental challenge as it is a physical one. Your mindset can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. In this moment, two sets of rules flash through your mind: the rule of threes and the rule of fives. The rule of threes reminds you that you can survive 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter in a harsh environment, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. The rule of fives, on the other hand, emphasizes the importance of 5 key elements: mindset, shelter, water, fire, and food. These are not just abstract concepts, but practical guidelines that can mean the difference between life and death. They provide a framework for prioritizing your actions and making critical decisions in a survival situation. They are your roadmap to staying alive. With these rules in mind, you start to assess your situation. You check for injuries, gather your thoughts, and begin to formulate a plan. You know that staying calm and focused is your best chance of making it through this ordeal. You look around for materials to build a shelter. Using branches, leaves, and whatever else you can find, you create a makeshift shelter to protect yourself from the elements. It's not perfect, but it will do for now. Next, you search for a water source. You remember the importance of staying hydrated, and after some searching you find a small stream. The water is cold and refreshing, and you take a moment to drink and refill your water bottle. With shelter and water secured, you turn your attention to fire. You gather dry leaves and twigs, and using a flint and steel you manage to start a small fire. The warmth is comforting, and the fire will help keep predators at bay. Finally, you think about food. You recall some basic foraging skills and identify a few edible plants. It's not much, but it's enough to keep you going for now. As night falls, you sit by your fire and look up at the stars. The sky is clear and the stars are bright. Despite the challenges, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You've faced the wilderness and taken the first steps towards survival. You lie down in your shelter, feeling the fatigue of the day. Your body is sore, but your mind is at ease. You know that tomorrow will bring new challenges, but for now, you rest, knowing that you have the skills and the determination to face whatever comes your way. As the first light of dawn breaks through the trees, you feel a renewed sense of hope. The wilderness is still vast and intimidating, but you are ready to face it. With each new day you grow stronger and more confident in your ability to survive. You pack up your gear, ready to continue your journey. The wilderness has tested you, but it has also taught you valuable lessons. You move forward with a deeper respect for nature and a greater understanding of your own resilience. With determination in your heart and the knowledge you've gained, You walk through the forest ready to face whatever lies ahead. The wilderness is no longer just a challenge, it is a testament to your strength and your will to survive. The rule of threes is about immediate survival. It dictates that you can survive 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter in harsh conditions, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. These are rough estimates, of course. Factors like weather and your overall health play a role. For instance, in extremely cold conditions, you might not last 3 hours without shelter. Similarly, in a hot desert, you might need water much sooner than 3 days. But the message is clear: prioritize your needs. Address the most urgent ones first. In a survival situation, your first hours are crucial. The decisions you make can determine whether you make it through the ordeal or not. Remember, panic is your enemy. Take deep breaths and assess your situation. Are you injured? Where are your supplies? Panic can cloud your judgment and make it difficult to think clearly. By staying calm, you can better evaluate your circumstances and make rational decisions. What are the immediate dangers around you? Are there wild animals, unstable terrain, or severe weather conditions? Identifying these threats early on can help you take necessary precautions and avoid potential hazards. Once you have a clear head, you can start addressing your needs one by one. Begin with the most critical, such as finding shelter if the weather is harsh, or locating a water source if you're in a dry environment. Systematically solving problems and prioritizing tasks will increase your chances of survival. Remember, survival is about making smart decisions and staying focused on what matters most. It might seem obvious, but your first priority is always air. This is especially crucial in situations like being trapped underwater or caught in a fire. If you find yourself submerged, stay calm and find a way to the surface as quickly as possible. If you're in a smoke-filled environment, stay low to the ground where the air is clearer and cover your mouth and nose with a cloth to filter the air. Remember, every second counts when it comes to air. Exposure to the elements can be just as deadly as dehydration or starvation. Hypothermia and heatstroke are real threats that can kill within hours. Your next priority is finding or building a shelter. Look for natural shelters like caves or overhangs. If none are available, improvise. Use branches, leaves, or even your backpack to create a barrier against wind, rain, or sun. A basic shelter can make a huge difference in regulating your body temperature and increasing your chances of survival. The Rule of Fives: Long-Term Survival. In this chapter, we delve into the essential guidelines that can make the difference between life and death when you're stranded in the wilderness for an extended period. While the Rule of Threes focuses on immediate survival, the Rule of Fives looks at the bigger picture. It's about planning and preparing for the long haul, ensuring that you can sustain yourself until rescue arrives or you find your way back to civilization. It highlights the critical time frames for long-term survival. These time frames are broken down into manageable segments, each with its own set of priorities and actions. The first 5 minutes are crucial for assessing the situation and taking immediate action. This is the time to stay calm, evaluate your surroundings, and make quick decisions that could save your life. The first 5 hours are for addressing basic needs like shelter, water, and signaling for help. During this period, you need to find or create a safe place to stay, secure a water source, and make yourself visible to potential rescuers. The first 5 days are for focusing on long-term survival strategies like finding food and conserving energy. This is when you start to think about sustainable food sources, rationing your supplies, and maintaining your energy levels. This rule emphasizes the importance of a structured approach to survival. It's not just about reacting to the immediate crisis, but also about planning for the days ahead. A well-thought-out plan can significantly increase your chances of survival. It encourages you to think beyond the immediate crisis and develop a plan for the days ahead. This involves preparing a detailed survival plan, gathering necessary supplies, and continuously reassessing your situation to adapt to new challenges. Practicing essential survival skills is also a key component of the Rule of Fives. Knowing how to set traps for food, purify water, and build shelters can make a significant difference in your ability to survive long-term. Additionally, taking care of your health is paramount. The first 5 days are also a critical period for addressing any injuries or health issues that may arise. Having a basic first aid kit and knowing how to use it can be life-saving. Maintaining a positive attitude and mental resilience is equally important. The psychological aspect of survival cannot be underestimated. Keeping a journal, meditating, or simply staying hopeful can help you stay focused and motivated. Signaling for help should be an ongoing effort. Use flares, mirrors, or create large SOS signs to increase your visibility. The more proactive you are in making yourself known, the higher the chances of being rescued. Continuously reviewing and adjusting your survival plan is crucial. As days go by, new challenges and opportunities will arise. Being flexible and adaptable can greatly enhance your chances of long-term survival. Remember, the rule of fives is about thinking ahead and being prepared for the long journey. With the right mindset, skills, and strategies, you can navigate the challenges of long-term survival and make it through to safety. Water, the elixir of life. You can survive for weeks without food, but only days without water. Finding a safe and reliable water source is paramount. Look for running water like streams or rivers, as it's generally safer than stagnant water. If you must collect rainwater, find ways to purify it by boiling, using water purification tablets, or creating a makeshift filter. Remember, water is more than just a drink, it's essential for cooking and hygiene. Food fueling your body. While not as immediately crucial as air, shelter, or water, food provides the energy you need to survive. Learn to identify edible plants in your area. Start with small amounts to test for any adverse reactions. Trapping or hunting for food requires skills and knowledge. Observe animal tracks, build traps, and learn to identify which animals are safe to eat. Remember, conserving energy is key. Prioritize finding food that provides the most calories for the least amount of effort. The mind, your greatest tool. Survival is not just about physical strength, it's about mental resilience. Fear, panic, and despair can be just as dangerous as any physical threat. Maintain a positive attitude. Focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. Set small, achievable goals for yourself each day. Remember, the will to live is a powerful force. Never give up hope.